It is mid-October and part of the LEGO October deals includes double points. And this is going to be 2 times double points on any LEGO set that you buy. So we decided to head out to the LEGO store. I have a couple of buying strategies in mind. We're going to see what I ended up coming home with because I wanted to get double points and I was also interested in that Northern Lights gift with purchase. So let's check out what was going on at our local LEGO store. Halloween was definitely the theme over at the Beechwood Mall LEGO store because so many Halloween type sets were not only on shelves but on display, including the Haunted Mansion 3-in-1 set. All 3 models were built. You had the wreath, you had the truck, you had some of the Wednesday sets, as well as the Gremlins set and some of the brickheads from Wicked. You also had some Fortnite sets out on display in the store window. There was inside the store some Mario sets, including the brand new Game Boy, which definitely was an intriguing option for me today. Of course, they also had the massive Death Star. That's no moon. That's a $1,000 set, and seeing it in person was absolutely insane just how big it is. Wow, I can't just describe how massive that thing is, especially compared to a $200 set like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory set that was also on display with the Icons sets. And speaking of Icon sets, you had not only Willy Wonka, but you had the Castle Neuschwanstein, you had the Italian Riviera, the Notre Dame, Dungeons and Dragons. You also had quite a few of the Black Pearls, Barad-dûr, Rivendell, the Shire, the Steam Riverboat, and you had some others like the Book Nooks and the Krusty Burger. So lots of different options out there. If you're into icons, check out the display of the Black Pearl. It looked really good. We have this one, so I'm really excited that we have it on our display. But if you have a chance to see it at your LEGO store and you don't have it, by all means, check it out. Now, I thought it was interesting. They only had one official modular building, the Tudor Corner, the most recent one. They did have the Botanical Gardens, which you can modify to make it a little bit more modular friendly, but they had plenty of the botanical sets in addition to the Milky Way, the sunflower art, and they had the house from the Twilight series as well. Now they had a lot of different displays. Some of them were more of the creepy Halloween type sets, which we can see here with the Creator 3-in-1 Mansion, which it's good to see they have plenty of stock. When we went in August, they didn't have a lot of them in stock on day one. They also have a lot of Christmas stuff out there. The Santa sleigh, the advent calendars, the candles, some of the ornaments, as well as the gingerbread house, and that AT-AT that I'm tempted to pick up. Now this was really interesting to see, the new Winter Village train and the family Christmas tree on display. It is a big set, that Christmas tree, and from different angles you really can't see inside of it all that well, but it was pretty impressive, although I have no desire to get it. I also noticed that they had more Wall-E sets that seemed to sell out quickly at our LEGO store last time, as well as the Cruella de Vil car and some other Disney and Friends sets. I also wanted to take a look at their Brick or Treat section with the Wednesday sets, and they have quite a few of those, including some of the new September, October releases for those, and Wicked. They have more sets on display, Christmas sets, the big Christmas tree. They also have the smaller one. They had plenty of the new Holiday Express train, so if you're interested in picking that one up, by all means, go ahead and do so if your store has them. Now, other displays, they did have the Arkham Asylum. This is definitely one of the sets I'm considering getting today. I do love modular buildings. We have a great modular city that we're developing down in our basement, so this is definitely one that we're aiming to pick up at some point soon. You can see it on the shelves there. They also have plenty of the smaller Marvel sets that would also work for a maybe more slightly smaller modular city, as well as maybe bulked up versions of those sets could work in a regular modular city. They had plenty of busts and mechs, as well as the Batman art, and they did have the X Mansion along with the Avengers Tower. Definitely one set there, the tower that I'm looking at, already have the X Mansion, fortunately. They did have more copies of the Death Star. Honestly, the box didn't seem quite as massive to me, but perhaps it's because it was by some other sets that kind of just crunched it in together. But they did have a couple copies of that, as well as the UCS Jango Fett's Starship or Slave One. And looking at the pick and build wall, honestly, it was really disappointing. They did have a couple of little creations that you could build with the pieces that were available, but a lot of them were bones, or they had different spider webs and eyes. They also had a lot of the orange pieces for building different Halloween style things. So brick or treat was definitely in force here. You can see some of the creations you could maybe build with it. They have, again, orange slopes, some 1x6 plates, 1x1 cones, 1x2 slopes. They had some 1x1 plates as well, jumper plates, all these different things that you could build. They had some suggestions with different pumpkins, which I thought was pretty fun, especially for families, but didn't really intrigue me in terms of the pieces. Maybe if they had some orange bricks, but they didn't have any of those. So that is the pick and build wall and the selection at the Lego store. Now let's see what we got. We are back from the Lego store, and I was able to spend quite a bit of time perusing the shelves and the pick and build wall because there was really nobody else there. So it was a pretty relaxing time. Now, I can tell you my goal was to identify some sets that are either recently released or aren't usually going to be on sale to take advantage of the double points that are available. And I wanted to get the gift with purchase. So it should not surprise you, of course, that I got the gift with purchase right here, the Northern Lights Diorama, which I think is a really fun set. I've already cracked it open and started building it, so you know that the review is coming up soon, so make sure you subscribe if you want to see that. But I think this is the best of the 4 dioramas that they've released this year. It's the only one that we have, but I really wanted to get that one. So that was one of the focal points. Now, the strategy to get that is something that I was trying to piece together leading up to today and while I was at the store. So it took me a little bit of time to figure out. Now, what I want to say is that last week there were a lot of really good deals on Lego at either Prime Days or Lego.com or Lego stores. And ultimately, the Lego.com and Lego stores deals focused on retiring sets, and I wasn't really angling to get some of those, and if I was, they weren't offering deals on those sets. And I looked at Prime Day deals, and they didn't really seem to be really for the sets that I was angling to get. So my one strategy today was, do I get the Game Boy, the Gingerbread AT-AT, and the Gingerbread House, and maybe go with some small sets? And I was kind of looking at that and wasn't really feeling it. I was looking at the pick a brick wall to see if they had any sort of really useful pieces that I would want to include in a future mock. I didn't see anything there. I also looked at the build minifig display, and they didn't have any of those really cool acoustic guitars. I was searching through some of the bins there, and I didn't find any. So those were picked clean by people over the first couple weeks of October. So in the end, I decided to go with a larger set, the Arkham Asylum, because we love modular buildings, and this is the first DC modular building as opposed to Marvel. And so I want to get this. I'm skeptical that it's going to make for a good modular building, but I wanted to get it, build it, put it into our modular city, maybe analyze whether it's compatible or very compatible with other sets, show you what it looks like next to other modular buildings, maybe make some modifications to make it more compatible with the modular city. So seeing as this is a recent release, probably not going to go on sale anytime soon, I figured take advantage of the double points that we can get for this one so that I can get basically 10% cash back on a future purchase rather than go with a smaller purchase. So I went with this one. I don't think the kids are going to be too happy about it, but oh well, we'll see. I don't really care that much in terms of what they really wanted to get, because I think this one is going to work well with our modular city. So that's what I got. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you picked up anything for double points or are angling to pick something up during this double points event at Lego stores and Lego.com. Meanwhile, Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.